want you to breathe me.
Hello guys, hello again YouTube. Today I am back with a super exciting video. This video is one of my favorite things to do. I've started this video about 3 years ago. I always enjoy doing it and I look forward to the end of the year and share with you some of the products that I've discovered through the entire year. This video is all about my 2019 best beauty discoveries. If you've watched my 2018 best beauty discoveries, which I'll be linking somewhere right around here, you would have known that I wanted to be a little bit more adventurous in my beauty routine this year, and I feel like I've accomplished that, and I've stumbled upon and discovered so many new gems, so many new products that I am so happy that I did, which made such a big difference in my skin. I am looking at all the products that I have laying around and I was like, oh my god, it's a lot of products. Reason being is this year I'm a little bit more organized with what I'm sharing. So I am dividing it into 5 categories. It's going to be makeup, skincare, body, hair, and miscellaneous. That way it's a lot easier for you guys because I'm not mixing all the products together and then you're like, what's going on? Like I said, we are dividing this into 5 categories, so I don't know which category to start. I don't know if I should do it in the order of doing your skincare, but then again it differs because if I'm doing my not skincare, I start with taking off my makeup first. Perhaps I will start with the makeup bits and then I will move on into skincare. And I don't know which bit will be more interesting for you guys, but we are going to start with makeup. For makeup, first thing first, I found primers. One thing that I've always shared on this channel with you guys when it comes to beauty is that I have the oiliest eyelid and no primers actually works for me for like a long time. I always find that after a couple of hours everything kind of like leaves the building. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. I was on my way to stop at Sephora to kind of like retouch my makeup. Sometimes if I have to go somewhere after work and I don't have time to go home and kind of like refresh, freshen up and do all that jazz, I'll go into Sephora, redo my makeup, not redo my makeup, kind of like add a little bit to it, we powder and freshen it up and make it look brand new again. I was talking to the sales associate, this guy, and I was telling him how I have this problem with like oily eyelids and nothing really stays on. He assured me the Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer will do the job for me. It will stay on, it will keep all my eyeshadows. I was very skeptical at first, but then again I was like, you know what, I have nothing to lose. I can try it. If it doesn't work, then I'll return it because at Sephora you can always return anything. So I took a chance. I bought this and I tried it and oh my god, I fell in love. It's like the first eyeshadow primer that actually does something. And since I have been using the Smashbox 24-hour photo finish, my eyeshadow stays in place all day. I don't have that problem anymore. Now I am much more confident with wearing eyeshadow. I know after 2 hours, 5 hours, it's not gonna look like a greasy mess. I'm so very thankful that I discovered this product. It's one of my favorite things that I discovered because now I am falling back in love with wearing eyeshadows. I wear eyeshadow a lot more often now because... So one thing that I never used before really or was into is foundation primers until this year. Again, I used to be that kind of girl. Once I put my makeup once a day, I'm not going to touch it up. I'm not going to do anything with it because I was done. But then again, because now I go to a lot of like blogger events after work, and then I do find when I take pictures, I just look greasy. My makeup doesn't look the same because obviously I put on my makeup around 7 o'clock in the morning. By the time I get out of work, that's close to 10 hours that I've had my makeup on. Of course it's not gonna look the same, and if I don't have time to go home and freshen up, I do find that usually all the pictures, all the content that I would take when I'm at events, if I take a good picture, I'm always the one looking so greasy because most people that I go to events with, they do this full time, so they do their makeup as they go into the event, as opposed to me who's working their full-time job throughout the whole day having the makeup on. And then after 7 hours, more like 10 hours, the makeup doesn't look the same anymore. So I decided to give primers a try, and when I was thinking about which primer to get, Laura Mercier was the first brand that popped into my head. So I went to pick up a primer and then I realized they have a bunch of different ones, and then I was like, okay, now which one do I pick? Because how do you have so many options? I mean, I do love having so many options, but I guess everyone has different skin needs, so you know, you have to keep that in mind. So I decided to go for the blemish-less one because sometimes I do have a little blemish here and there. Not so much anymore because I've got that under control. So I decided to go for this one. I think it does a good job at keeping my makeup in place. I must say my makeup has been looking a lot more flawless since I started using a primer. Macy's had a sale, so I decided to get this one. This is the Radiance one, which is the one that I'm wearing today. This is my first time wearing it, so I don't really have an opinion on this one yet, but this one I have been using for the last couple of months and I am loving this. I'm sure I will love this one too, but even if I don't end up loving the Radiance, I really love the Blemish. Again, they have a bunch of different ones that you can try out. Depends on your skin needs, what you think you need. The thing that I should have started was SPF. I used to be so against SPF. I just thought it was just like an extra product. Like, what is it really doing to your skin that, you know, is protecting it? I'm like, if you're protecting my skin from the sun, what are you actually doing to my skin in returns? So that's always how I thought about SPF. When I looked at all the research and all that stuff, and I was like, no, I have to start using SPF. And I've been on the market for a really good SPF. All the ones that I was using, I just didn't like the consistency, the texture, how it made my skin feel. This is the first brand ever of SPF that I love, like every SPF that they do. Actually, I was at Sephora yesterday getting a facial. If you guys don't know, every time you spend $75 at Sephora, you get a free Hydra facial, which is why I always make sure when I'm going to spend that kind of money, I plan around it to get a facial. I make sure that I'm going straight home after. I'm not gonna be doing anything else for the rest of the day because I want whatever products they use on me to kind of like stain my skin and me just like sleeping with it. So I like to typically do it in the evening after a work day. I'll go there, I run my errands and then go get my facial and then go home and just get settled for the day. Someone actually shared that with me on Instagram, so I had no idea. I just started doing it like last year. So thank you to whoever recommended that to me. So I thought I would share that just in case some of you guys don't know. I mean, when I said it on Instagram yesterday, there were still people that still didn't know about it. When I was doing my facial with Rosie, here's her name, we have the same name. She was showing me like the spray SPF, which I think I may get before I go on my vacation. It's kind of like you do your makeup and then you set it, and then when I sprayed it, it smells so good. So this is my favorite one from Supergoop. It's the Everyday Sunscreen with sunflower extract. It's SPF 50. This stuff is freaking amazing. It doesn't leave like a white mark or anything. It feels so soft. It's just like using your moisturizer. They do have one that comes with a moisturizer, which I quite like also, but I prefer this one because I like my own moisturizer. I prefer using my own moisturizer, which is why I rather buy the SPF on its own. So I do my moisturizer first and then I apply this right before I apply my primer. So this is it for SPF. Now let's move on to foundation. Finally, foundation. The foundation that I have been loving this year, that's made the biggest difference. Like every time I wear this foundation, I always get compliment on my skin because I don't know what it is. It's just like brighten my face, and also it's such good coverage that it keeps everything on the wraps. It just gives me flawless. I make my skin look flawless. It's the Chanel Ultra Le Tint. I never thought I would be raving about Chanel. Typically those higher brands that are like so known for a lot of things, typically their beauty stuff, it's not that good. But this foundation, oh my goodness, it's amazing. So it's Ultra Le Tint, Ultra Wear All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation, and I must say it is a flawless finish. It is also on the drier side. I already have dry skin, so it's like a match made in heaven for me because very, very, very little shine throughout the day. Barely any shine at all actually, and then my skin stay flawless all freaking day. So I do believe if you have oily skin or whatever kind of skin that you have, this will work out for you because it is on the drier side, which is great. Actually, if you have dry skin, it's probably not the best foundation if you're looking for like a luminous finish. But what I do is I apply this and then I add a little bit drop of my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, which I featured in my last year Best Beauty Discovery. I still use that one with this. I actually use my Giorgio Armani with any foundation that I buy. That's my holy grail of foundation. I am in shade 11 in the Giorgio Armani. I kind of like mix it with any other foundation to kind of like give me that glow. It adds a little warmth to my skin. So my shade for this one is BD101. At first it gave me 121, but it was too dark. But I love the Chanel foundation. It's amazing. Another foundation that I discovered this year is from Dior. It's the Forever Skin Glow by Dior. My shade in this one is 4.5 Warm, W. Warm. I do like this one. I do think it might be so like half a shade darker. I should have gotten a lighter shade. I can still wear this. I love this. It does give me a glow. I do find when I wear this, my skin get glowy a lot faster than when I wear the Chanel. So what I do is I wear the Dior one on days where when I'm going to take pictures, I typically like to wear the Chanel. On a day where I'm just doing just like, you know, regular activities or anything, I would wear the Dior foundation because it kind of like gives me that little glow and I'm not doing anything too crazy, so I wear that one. Another foundation that I recently discovered, actually like 2 months ago, is the YSL All Hours Foundation, up to 24-hour wear, flawless matte, full coverage, oil free. This foundation, I love it. I love this foundation. I just think the shade is half a shade darker for me. Whenever I wear it, it just gives me this like glow. I think this will be more suitable for me in the summertime. And shade is in B75 in that one, Hazelnut. I love the way this foundation applies to my skin. It just have this kind of like, I wouldn't say silky texture. It's more like a satiny texture. When I'm applying it to my face, it's just like, it just goes on so flawless, so nice. I really love this foundation. So if you guys want to do a video comparison of all the 3 foundation, maybe I could just do a video where I tried on all the 3 foundation and then you guys can let me know which one you think looked the best. So yeah, let me know if you guys would love to see that video. I would love to film that one for you guys. So we could do battle of the luxury foundation, so Chanel, Dior, and YSL. Actually, that's a pretty cool name. I think I'm gonna film that video even if you guys don't want it. But yeah, I really love the YSL. Since I'll be going somewhere warm, I'll probably have a 10 anyways. I'm gonna take this with me. Typically the NARS one is my summer foundation, but I'm still going to bring this with me. And concealers. Concealers, at the beginning of the year, I was obsessed with the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 380. This is full coverage. If you want a concealer that's gonna cover like literally all your imperfections, definitely make sure you go with the Fenty Beauty. This stuff is heavy. It's so good. It covers literally everything. And again, my shade is 380. I've been using this all throughout the beginning of the year up until I think over the summertime. No, not summer. This is kind of like a good shade for me in the summer, but when I get into the winter time, this becomes a little bit too close to my skin tone, so I prefer using the Chanel. The Chanel is slightly a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter coverage, and then it gives me like the perfect highlight. It's the one that I have on right now, and with the Chanel foundation, it's like the perfect combination. So one thing that I'm trying to do now is kind of like use the same brands to like together. So with my Chanel foundation, I use the Chanel concealer, my Chanel powder, and I think it works really well together. My shade is in 91 Caramel, and the Chanel concealer, it's called Look Corrector. I love this. So a new one that I just picked up yesterday, couple of days ago, was from Dior. It's a Dior Skin Forever Undercover Concealer. This is a little bit too close to my skin tone. They didn't have another shade in between. The other one was like kind of like too light, but I think this will go really well with the Dior, kind of like when I'm like almost getting at the 10 or kind of like at the end of my 10, transitioning into my like winter color. So I'm gonna be using the Dior one together. I guess for the YSL I could use the Fenty because I'm not the biggest fan of the Fenty foundation. One thing that I should mention before I even started foundation was corrector. You guys know I still have a little few dark spots. I don't have a lot anymore because I'm going to share with you something that literally just killed all my dark spots like within a week or two. But I still have some laying around because if I make the mistake of drinking some milk or when that's that time of the month, I will have one pimple, you know, here and there. And then since I can't help myself but to pick it, then it will leave the dark marks. So I do love correcting, and also correcting your dark circles is very important if you have dark circles. And one brand that I am loving when it comes to corrector is the Lift Tinted corrector. This is the color Rise, I believe. Yes, this is a brand made by Deepika. If you guys know Deepika here on YouTube, I will probably leave her channel below or maybe somewhere on the screen. She created this. This you can use as a blush, you can use it as a lipstick, you can use it as a corrector. It's like a multi-purpose use stick, so you can literally use this with everything. And then this is my favorite color since it's kind of like a peachy orangey shade. This correct my little dark spots really well. I love this. When it comes to powders, last year I showed you the Le Beige powder. It's still the powder that I use to set my overall face. Now when it comes to under eye, I've discovered a new powder from Kat Von D. This I got on my little gift set for my birthday this year, and it's the Kat Von D translucent setting powder. Locket powder is translucent. This gives me the perfect highlight. Oh my goodness. And then also it doesn't really settle into my lines at all. I love this powder. I think this is my favorite concealer setting powder that I've ever used. I thought I loved the other ones that I've used and they've all had their fault, but with this one I cannot find not one flaw with this powder. I love it. It's amazing. When it comes for eyes, two products that I discovered for eyeliner is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I am obsessed. I was in the market for an eyeliner and someone recommended this on Twitter. And also I got a little sample from Sephora also, which I tried. I was like, oh, this is amazing. So I was kind of like debating. I had two samples, one from the Kat Von D and then one from the Stila. I couldn't figure out which one I like better, but I ended up liking the Stila a lot better. This is so easy to use. It's like a felt tip. It's so easy. Color Intense Black. This is amazing. And also, you guys know I don't really wear eyeliner often because if you have hooded eyelids and if you have dark circles, I feel like it brings them out more. One pencil that I discovered to my friend who's Indian, it's the LAKME Absolute Kohl Ultimate KAJAL. I think that's how you name it, pencil. And I actually had to pay $28 for this at Walmart, and I love this pencil. This is the first pencil that I found that I really like, that wherever I put it, that's where it stays. It doesn't move. The thing that I found with the other pencil that I've used in the past is after using them so like everywhere else and then they start bleeding until my under eyes, this one stays put. It doesn't. She actually have her family coming back from India and then she's gonna bring me 3 of this. I will leave the link below if I can find it still on Walmart. Walmart was the only place that I could find it because it's coming. I didn't know Walmart has like different sellers, like different regular people can just sell stuff on there. It's kind of like Poshmark a little bit. Not Poshmark, that's Contour. You guys know I love my trusty CoverGirl, but I think it's been discontinued, so I didn't want to like use everything. So I decided to give the Fenty Beauty Coconutty contour a try, and I am obsessed with it. Love it. It's like perfect for my skin tone. That's what I've been using. It's so great. Love this. Now onto lip product. I feel like that was a lot of makeup. The first thing that I really love is the Chanel Rouge Allure in number 176 Warm Beige, kind of like a little liquid lipstick. What I love about this is perfect for like summertime when you're not putting on a lot of makeup, or even winter too. If you're not doing like a crazy lip, you want your lip to just be natural, this is the perfect little burst of color to just add to your lip. Once you've lined your lips with like a nude pencil, this stuff is great. I love it. It's not too intense. The opacity is not too much. It's just gonna be somewhere in between. You still get the color, but not an intense color at all. New lipstick that I discovered from Laura Mercier. Every time I was wearing it, everyone was always asking me, what do you have on your lip? What do you have on your lip? So I thought I would have to include it in this. It's the Laura Mercier Rouge Essentiel, and the color is Mauve Merveilleux or Miraculous Mauve. I'll do a little close up so you guys can see. And again, all the beauty products will be linked below in the order that I've done it. So I'm gonna do makeup together, I'm gonna do skincare together, body together, so don't worry, everything will be linked below if you guys want to check out anything. The red lipstick that I have been obsessed with all year is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I kind of like forgot how amazing their lip products are. So I fell in love with Seraphine, which is a deep blue. This kind of like remind me of Ruby Woo. You guys know Ruby Woo is probably the most popular lip color from MAC, and it's my least favorite. I love the color, but the dryness just makes me sick. I cannot stand. So I feel like this color is universal. It looks great just on anyone that I've ever seen in this color. It's amazing. And that's a color that I always have on my lips, and you guys always want to know what color I'm wearing. It's the ABH Seraphine. This is the best color of all time. Like, oh my goodness, I cannot rave enough about this product. And another one that I've been looking for, like a nice nude, which is the one that I'm wearing right now to kind of like go with all my eye makeup shenanigans. I was browsing ABH stand at Sephora the other day. I kind of like put a little bit on, swatch some in my hand and see how it dries out, because sometimes when you apply something compared to after it dries, it's completely two different colors. I ended up falling in love with Ashton, and I've been wearing this literally every day. Every time I do an eye makeup or every time I'm doing nude lipstick, not really nude, like a pinky peachy nude lipstick, this is the color that I go for, which is the one that I have on my lip, and it kind of goes with all the eye makeup that I do. I'm obsessed with them. NYX, I went to their event a couple of weeks ago. It's their new lipsticks. This one is called Cali. It's very similar to Ashton. I would say it's kind of like almost similar shade, but in different consistency. This one kind of like dries matte a little bit, but still very moisturizing, which I like. The only thing about ABH lipsticks, they dry super matte. They're not like crazy drying, but they are a tiny bit drying, I would say. But I don't mind it because I like matte lipstick anyways. So now on to eyeshadow. You guys know I've rediscovered eyeshadows this year, and one of the best palettes that I could have ever gotten from Pixie, it's the Double Tap. And this color palette is, one of the palettes that I have been looking to add to my makeup for the longest time. It's kind of like a lot of like orangey tone, like pinky tone, and it's what I'm wearing on my lids today. I don't know if you can see, but I will kind of like get closer later so you guys can see. But I am obsessed with this palette. I've always reached for it, like literally almost every day. Before I discovered this palette, this was the one that I was obsessed with from them. It's the Eye Reflection Shadow Palette. It's called Reflex Light. This one is amazing also. Very neutral, and literally all the shadows are reflective. Nothing is matte in this. This one does have a few mattes in there, which I love. But this one doesn't, and I'm still able to use it with no problem. So I used to use the Beauty Blender to apply my foundation. I've recently switched, not recently, a few months ago now, switched to using brush to apply my foundation. And the two brushes that I have been loving, the first one is the Sigma Round Kabuki F82. This brush is like, oh my god, it's like butter for applying your like foundation. It just blends everything so seamlessly. It's amazing. Amazing. The other one that I really love is the Chanel Fluid Powder Foundation Brush. This, I really love it because of the shape and how it's not too big. It gets like in the right corners like so perfectly. I am obsessed with this brush from Chanel. Looking at the time because I have to leave the house soon. On to the fun part, like skincare. Alright guys, moving on to skincare now, which is probably my favorite bit. I don't know if I mentioned this, but face rollers are amazing. I discovered this last year and I've been using the Rose Quartz one, and this stuff is amazing. It's kind of, you know, they have this thing like face gym where you just go and you get your face beaten up and get your blood pumping and get all that stuff. This is what that does to your face. Like whenever I use it, I feel like my face looks so alive, so plump. You know, you get the blood flowing into your face and all that good stuff. Product that I really love to remove my makeup, it's the Mammon Petal Spa All to Foam Cleanse and All. And what I do is now I've switched from using makeup remover wipes because this year I've had the craziest skin issues, guys. I started developing dermatitis under my eye at the end of summer because that's when I started taking vitamins. The entire time I was having an allergic reaction. I just could not figure out what was giving me the reaction. I thought it was the products that I was using, but the whole time it was the vitamins that I was taking. So my skin was irritated like to the point of no return. It was so bad. Such a sad period of my life, and that's how I discovered a lot of these products that I am about to show you now. The whole ordeal changed my skincare routine, I would say, for the better, because I feel like I use better product because I have been through that, as opposed to before. I mean, I was still using good product. I feel like now I use products that are still a little bit more gentle to my skin than before. Now I am much more cautious with what I put in my skin. Although I am in the clear, I'm out of the woods, you know, I stopped taking my vitamins and my skin, it's been back to normal. I even did a cleanse to kind of like remove every trace that was still in my body. I'm sure it takes still a little bit of time, but it's been about over a month now. I should be fine. Throughout this whole thing, that's how I discovered some of the products in here. One thing that I switched, I used to use makeup remover wipes, and instead of using makeup remover wipes, because I do find that they probably have some extra stuff in there that I don't need on my skin, so I switched to using baby wipes. Box of this from Amazon for like $11. It comes with like maybe about almost 10 of these, and they last such a long time. Super gentle for your skin. This is what I use to take off my makeup. I go with either my Bioderma, which is an all-time favorite of mine, but another one that I've the Bioderma is a micellar water, but sometimes, since I already have dry skin, I like something that's still a little bit like on the oily side of things. So this is like an oil cleanse, so it does the same thing as what a micellar water will do for you, but in oil form, which I really love. So after I use this to remove most of the makeup from my skin, my face, and then I go with this and then I pop it on, and then I let it do its thing for like like 30 seconds or so, and then I jump in the shower, then wash my face and remove it. And that's like an extra step to make sure your face, all your makeup is taken off, because if you guys know anything about me, like my skincare is my #1 thing, because a few years back when I went through my whole acne thing, it was so bad. I thought I was doing good with my skincare before, but having acne a few years ago really made me realize that skincare is the most important, because if your skin is not on point, it does not matter how much foundation you put on top of your skin, it's not going to do much. It's going to make it look even worse. And just like focusing on my skincare really changed my skin, which is why I am super obsessive about taking makeup off my skin. That's like the first 2 steps of removing my makeup. The next thing is cleansing. And one of the products that I found that was super good to my skin when I had dermatitis is the Paraben-Free cleansing gel, soap-free face and body. This stuff is super gentle on your skin. So if you do have sensitive skin, if you also suffer from dermatitis, I will highly recommend this cleansing gel. This stuff is amazing at not irritating your skin and really taking all your makeup off. It's to the point where this smells so good. You know when something feels so good for your skin, you feel like you're actually putting food in your skin? That's how I feel about this cleanser. Sometimes I just like want to eat it. That's how good it smells. It's so gentle, so nice. And this is also done, but I've been saving the bottle so I can just share it with you guys. Another product that I discovered this year, it's the Tula Probiotic Skincare Purifying Face Cleanser. I am obsessed with this. I also love the moisturizer, but I think I threw out the pot. So moisturizer was also something else that I discovered this year. Oops, there's water still coming out of it. Stuff is amazing. Again, this is like taking probiotic, for your gut, but it's taking probiotic for your skin. This stuff is amazing. I love it. Only thing that I do that I know that's really bad for my skin, it's like exfoliating every day. I am just obsessed with like exfoliating. I don't know what it is. I feel like I have to do it just to make sure my skin is like squeaky clean. But I know it's not good for me. I need to stop doing it. I did stop exfoliating for like 3 months when I was going to the whole dermatitis ordeal. So I feel like kind of like made up for all the time that I over exfoliated. One thing that I really love exfoliating with, it's still very gentle to your skin. It's the Ritual of Namaste Purify Natural Skincare Skin Brighten Face Exfoliator. This one has moringa and holy lotus. If you know Rituals, their whole thing is all about being the natural skincare. The stuff is really good. One of the products that I really love is this facial cleanser. Facial exfoliator. This stuff is amazing. There's barely anything left in this. That's how much I exfoliate. I have to go buy a new one. For toner, a toner that I have been loving this year is my vitamin C. You guys know for 2018, vitamin C was the thing that revolutionized my skin. Like, I am so upset that I waited too long to discover vitamin C. The first one that I discovered was the Truth Serum by Olay and Whiskin. I love this stuff so much. It was the first thing that changed my skin forever. Like, after that, I've just become obsessed with vitamin C, and I'm still obsessed. So Pixi came out with a vitamin C range, and oh my god, I need a moment of silence for this vitamin C combination, because if you have dark spots in your skin, stubborn dark spots that's been there for the longest time, if you use this stuff, if you use the Pixi vitamin C tonic in conjunction with the Pixi vitamin C serum together, like every day for a month, I'm not gonna say I guarantee, but it's close to it, everything will be off your skin. Like, you would see the difference. Typically, I always have like little few bumps and like dark spots here and there. This is the stuff that chase my dark spots away. That's why nowadays when I have like a little pimple in my face, I don't even care to pop it, because I know within the week this stuff is just gonna be gone from just using this. That's how confident I am now, because I feel like I have a weapon against dark spots. Like, this stuff is freaking amazing. Like, I've had my friends who suffer from like acne for like years and years. They've had dark spots in their faces, and then nowadays every time I look at their face, and I'm like, I am in awe by how much this thing has changed their skin. If I could write like a love letter to like a product this year, it would definitely be these two products. Is the Pixi vitamin C tonic and the vitamin C serum. This stuff together, I just like, I have no words. I just bought this actually for Thanksgiving, and as you can see, it's almost gone. And this stuff, I'm gonna have to buy another one like pretty soon. I am obsessed with the vitamin C. Again, you don't have to have dark spots. If you have dull skin and then you want to kind of like revive your skin, definitely. So this I use religiously every morning. So my skincare routine for the morning, I don't change it. It's the same products every time. I don't change it at all. My vitamin C tonic, serum, and then my moisturizer. My favorite moisturizer that I discovered this year is the Avon Hydrants Hydrating Cream. And they have two combinations. They have the light, they also have the rich. I must say the light is, I prefer the light instead of the rich. The rich can get a little, if you have extremely dry skin, I would suggest the rich. What I love is, I think the light will be better for the morning before you apply your makeup, and then the light will be better as a night moisturizer. So I made the mistake of, I thought I bought too light. I didn't realize it had light and rich. But I ended up loving that, because now I know that I prefer the light for the morning and then the rich for the night. So if you have dermatitis, also sensitive skin, if you have skin problem, you want something that's like super gentle on your skin, make sure you get this as your moisturizer. This stuff is so gentle. Don't get the rich, because if you have skin irritation, I would say stick with the light, because when I did have my dermatitis, whenever I'll put the one with the rich, it will just give me a little tingling. Nothing bad, it goes away after like a few seconds, but this one is just perfection. You don't need to do anything. But if you have super dry skin, I would say get both, honestly, one for the morning and then one for night. I am obsessed with these two moisturizers. I need to go to Paris to get them, although they have them at Doing Weed next to my house. So now, kind of like moving on to my night skincare routine. For my night skincare routine, I try new products like literally every couple of days to find what's best for me. And also, I don't want to be using the same products like every day. At night, I like to go based on what my skin needs. When I feel like my skin needs brightening still, I would still use, like, I have other vitamin C that I use at night. Or if I feel like my skin needs tightening, I'll use this. It's the 111 Skin Cryo ATP Sport Booster. I got a cryo facial, and every time I use a serum, I feel like I just got a cryo facial. This stuff is pretty pricey. It's over $100, but it's so amazing. I love this product so much. One of the best products that I discovered this year. I am obsessed. Now I need to look into 111 Skin, because their products are amazing. I said I use different things every time. Another serum or face oil that I love from Big C is the Rose Oil Blend. Whenever I feel like I need a little bit of moisture, also I just go with this. So I apply this first and then I go with my moisturizer. For moisturizer, the two that I was loving when I had dermatitis, which you have seen countless time on my channel, is the Homeoplasmin, so which is why I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these because you guys have seen them literally every time I do a skincare routine. A moisturizer that I discovered when I was in Paris because Jenny had this and I was stealing some of hers because I was still looking for like the right moisturizer for me when I discovered this. But in the meantime, I was taking some of her Olay and Wigs Skin True Vitamin C Brightening Gel Cream. This stuff is amazing. I love it. And I still had the dermatitis. It was still very gentle on my skin. Did not irritate. Another moisturizer that I really love is the Rose Water Gel Cream by Mamonde. I love this stuff. As you can see, there's nothing left in the pen. That's how much. This is like putting water on your skin. If your skin is like super dehydrated, please get this. It reminds me of the Laneige moisturizer. And the product that you can use if you have dermatitis or skin irritation is vitamin E oil. This stuff, like I had little scars on my skin. I put it literally within a week, everything was gone. I did not know the power of vitamin E oil and I am just like obsessed. Every time I get little cuts, just make sure I just use this. This stuff is amazing. This is from Nature's Gate. Love. Another product that I quite like, it's the cotton pads from Chanel. I know I feel like I'm bougie now. I only use Chanel products. These cotton pads are just freaking amazing. I mean, not only they like the perfect like weight and consistency, like they're not too soft, they're not too hard, they're like the perfect. I use this to in conjunction with my toner to kind of like tone my face. And sometimes I do use this too with my micellar water. Let's move on. For body, I thought I was doing something with using a little sponge or loofah until I discovered exfoliating gloves for taking showers every day. Oh my god, my life has changed. Especially if you're a person who put like body oil on your skin and put lotion. Like the little loofah sponge you're using, it's not doing scrim for your... It's not doing anything for your skin. It's not taking off the products. So if you want everything to be taken off, make sure you get exfoliating gloves. So once you pop these bad boys on, you drop your favorite shower gel on, and oh my god. Like before, when I was using my little sponge, and then I thought my skin was clean, and then the test was when I get out of the shower, I will just I'll try to dry my legs, and then I would still see like kind of like products. You will see how the towel, because I only use white towels, I would see how the towels went from like white to kind of like cream, because there was still products on my skin that I was not removing until I started using this. Even in the shower, like you could see the darker water like going away, and then I was standing there in disbelief, and I was like, oh my god, this whole time I thought I was taking a good shower and I thought I was the cleanest person. This whole time I wasn't the cleanest person that I know, because I was not using exfoliating gloves. I was so disappointed in myself. Make sure you get your exfoliating gloves. Once you start using this, you will not go back, guys. You cannot go back. Another product that I love from Rituals is the body products. The Rituals of Ayurveda, it's my favorite line for the shower gel and also for the body scrub. Although that body scrub is a little bit on the oily side, I mean not oily, it's a little bit on the greasy side. After you use it, your skin feels greasy. I would say it's a good body scrub to use if you have super dry skin. I do have dry skin too, but I feel like some people have a lot more drier skin, and then sometimes I feel like people like that think that they can't exfoliating because that's taking away from their moisture. But if you want a body scrub that's still going to leave your skin glowy, get the Rituals of Ayurveda body scrub. It's the best body scrub for super dry skinners. Is that a word? I don't know, but I love the gel foam. When I go there, I just buy like a bunch of them so I never run out, because I'm obsessed with this. A body oil that I am been loving this year is from Way. So this you can use for your hair and also your body. I've mainly been using this for my body. I don't use this for my hair at all. This stuff is amazing for your body. You guys know I am obsessed with body oil, and then I apply my lotion. Another body oil that I have been loving this year is the LAKME Frangipani Monoi body oil. I hope I'm saying that properly. Just look for that below. Everything will be linked below if you are looking for anything. I love this body oil. This smells so amazing. The only thing I hate about this, when it gets super cold, it turns into solid, and then I have to put it on the heater so it can melt again. And my favorite body oil of all time, don't know if I mentioned it last year, but I'll probably be mentioning this literally every year so everyone knows about it. It's a Caudalie Thé de Vigne. That's all I have to say about this. This is the best body oil out there. Like, next would be the Nukes body oil, but this one is literally the best. Like, oh my god, I can't. And for body lotion, you guys know my all-time fave, it's Sleepy by Lush. I use this so much. Usually, like yesterday, I just went to Lush to return all my pots. I had so many. Stay on body. Another body gel that I discovered this year is the Way Body Cleanser. This stuff is so special. Every time I use it, it takes me on like a vacation morning when I wake up, when the air is just like, when it's warm out, but then again the air is still fresh. It kind of like reminds me of like a beautiful morning in Mexico or a beautiful morning in Morocco. It's just so amazing how a scent can take you to a place that you've been before or a place that you haven't been before. That's how I feel when I use this stuff. Whenever I use this stuff, I'm like, oh my god, I get transported. It's to the point where I'm like, am I ready to go back to Morocco this morning or to Mexico this morning? So I am obsessed with this. I love the Way Body Cleanser. If you haven't used it, make sure you give it a try. And another product that I really love from Way is the scrub. I think I prefer the scrub over the ritual scrub. Reason being, the scrub, the lather is, oh my goodness, out of this world. And then the thing is, it leaves nothing on your skin. You feel like you're exfoliating your skin and then you just have new skin. I love this scrub so much. As soon as this is done, I'm gonna go and buy it. This, you can use it, this is multi-purpose. I love that about the products. You can use it for both your hair and your body, but this stuff I'm not even gonna bother using it in my hair because I just love this way too much for my body to use it on my hair. Another body product that I love, I don't know if I mentioned this is my favorite body wash to use in the morning, is from Trader Joe's, the Tea Tree Tangle body wash. This stuff kind of like tangles your body in the morning. It kind of like wakes it up. So if you have a hard time like waking up in the morning and you're looking for a product, as soon as you put it in your skin you feel awake, get this from Trader Joe's. This is also a body. You guys know that I started waxing this year, so a product that I really like after waxing and also before waxing to kind of like get the area ready to be waxed so you're not in so much pain. It's the from European Wax, the Smooth and Refined Body Polish. This stuff is amazing. I just love using this after I've just gotten the wax, like for a couple of days after. Just I keep exfoliating just to make sure, like, you know, the hair is not going so fast. And also before you go for your next waxing appointment, it's good to use this regularly for that whole week. It kind of like makes the hair softer, so when you go it's just easier for them to just pull it out. You guys know I am obsessed with the Christophe Robin scalp scrub. This is another one that I discovered this year that I feel is kind of like almost on the same level as the Christophe Robin one. It's the Nature Lab Tokyo Perfect Shine Clarifying Scalp Scrub. This stuff is amazing. Oh my goodness, it's so good and it smells divine. I also love their shampoo for my natural hair. That's what I use to for summertime or when I am traveling, or if you want like beachy hair, or if you want kind of like, oh, I'm not trying too much, kind of like Jennifer Aniston hair, just get this wave spray. This stuff is amazing. It gives you like the perfect beachy hair. I just love it, especially if I'm already wearing like a wavy hair. I just spray this on my hair and just like brush it. Perfect. And when I am lazy, I don't want to wash my hair, you guys know I wear wigs, I go with the Way Super Dry Shampoo. This stuff is so good. Just make sure you shake it really well, and then your hair feels like you just washed it even though you haven't washed your hair in like 3 weeks. Do not tell anyone though. My favorite kind of like deep conditioner that I like to use for my wigs, so what I do is I will wash it with shampoo. I use the same shampoo one, and then I will put this on there, and then I'll go and take a shower, and then when I'm back out of the shower, then I rinse it off. This stuff will revive any dead hair that you have. Oh my goodness. Just like its name, it's the Aussie 3-minute Miracle Moist Dip Conditioner. Deb told me about this. I'm telling you, Deb is a lifesaver. She told me about this, and honestly, I don't even care about my wigs. I know I could do whatever I want with them, and then if I need to revive them, all I have to do is let this soak overnight. You don't even have to. 3 minutes is all you need for your hair to be revived. But if you have some hair that's just like so bad, I would say just like deep condition this with this overnight. By the time you wake up, it's like you just have brand new hair. So the last category is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous, a toothpaste that I discovered this year that makes your teeth kind of like super white. It's the Eco-Dent Extra Bright Baking Soda Tooth Powder. I would say don't use this every day. It could be harsh on your gums. But I kind of use this once a week or twice a week, and if you use this for 5 days straight, I'm telling you, your teeth will get so white, it's not even funny. So if you have super yellow teeth and then you're trying to save some money but still get your teeth white, just get this from Amazon. I'm going to link it below. This stuff is amazing. Love. Another product that I discovered this year is the Slumber Party Deep Pillow Spray from Sunday Riley. This stuff I am obsessed with. Like, I cannot go to bed without spraying this, and I'm so sad because now I'm gonna have to go buy another one. There's literally just a little drop left in there. There's probably 2 more sprays and this will be over. This stuff, I believe it helps me sleep a lot better. I used to use lavender essential oils to put on top of my pillow every day before bed. But you don't have to go through that. All you have to do is just like spray this on your pillow. It's amazing. You guys know I used to be so obsessed with the L'Occitane. Used to be my favorite hand cream of all time. I raved about that hand cream for literally close to 10 years straight until last year. But I've always had some frustration with it being a little bit too greasy, and then every time I would use it, I couldn't put my hands in my eyes. Next thing you know, my eyes would start watering and all that stuff, and then it would make everything greasy, like the handle of my bags. It would leave stains. Although I really loved the product, it was very moisturizing, but I got to a point where I didn't want to deal with it anymore. This year I decided to go for the Chanel, not only because it's looking like an egg, it looks so cool. I think the Chanel would be nice. So they have 2 different kind of this. They have the regular one, which is the one that I have, and they also have the rich one. The rich one is a little on the greasy side, so be mindful on which one you're ordering. I prefer the regular one. It's light, it's perfect. I apply this on my hand. There's literally no residue, nothing. I don't feel sticky. I can put my hands in, not really. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna put my hands on my eyes, but if it happens to go there, I know I don't have to worry about this. I love this hand cream, and then I love how you like squirt it out. And it's so perfect. It's so light but still moisturizing. Another product that I really love is this vegan from a black on me from this lady that I've known. She has this vegan nail polish line. It's GLH nail lacquer, and my favorite one is Pink Blossom. I'll check her website. I did ask her if she was going to bring this one back because one of you guys asked me about it and it was sold out. She said she was planning on bringing this one back. So I typically get gel, but I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I'm spending too much money on gel manicure, and also it's not that healthy for my nails. Healthy ones are just like quite expensive, which I get it. I would rather, you know, kind of like pay for a healthy one, but at the same time, if I could just use a vegan nail polish to just polish my nails myself, although I hate doing it because I cannot sit still, but I do find sometimes when I'm editing a video, or I'll take this to me at work and do it, because at work I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting at my desk all day, so it's the best time for me to paint my nails. So I would highly recommend it. Black on, but it's a great product, vegan, all that good stuff. good for your nails. My last two products. So if I can think of one perfume that changed my life this year, the award would have to go to Maison Francis Coeur d'Alene, Baccarat Rouge, and Grand Soir. Every time I wear these perfumes, like literally everyone that I pass by always stop me and ask me, what are you wearing? These perfumes are not priced the way they are for no reason. It's because they are truly the best. Like literally every time I would get into an Uber, everyone would be like, what are you wearing? I went to my job Christmas party, everyone is like, what are you wearing? Everywhere I go, I always get asked, what am I wearing? Even if I was to go on a date and a man, you know, the man would reach out to give me like a hug, they would not want to let me go because I smell so good. So the Baccarat was just like $300, which is a little steep, but it's honestly worth like every penny. And the Grand Soir is not that expensive, which is the hidden gem. Most people don't know about Grand Soir. Actually, when you mix them together, it's like match made in heaven. I like Grand Soir, especially I like Grand Soir a lot actually. I think it might be even more than the Baccarat Rouge, because that's more of my style of perfume. This one is more masculine-ish, I would say. This is perfect for the winter, like fall winter. This is the perfect one. I would say Baccarat Rouge is kind of like a classic, kind of like all year. It doesn't matter, I still wear this all summer because I don't care. But these two together, they also have the Baccarat in a body oil. You can also use this on your hair. This is like a little secret weapon for you guys. I go ham. I also got the body oil because I use the body oil also like when I'm going like out or on a date. If I'm going to an event or on a date, this is what I do. I use this one because this is a little bit expensive. I don't use on a daily basis. The body oils that I use on a daily basis are the Caudalie, the LMS, which there's nothing left, and my Way body oil. Those I use on a daily basis. But for those special occasions, you know, I use the Baccarat Rouge body oil. And what I like to do is I would spray my hair brush with this, and then I would brush my hair. And if anyone gets close to your hair, they'll be like, oh my god, you smell so good. And also if you sleep over at someone's house, you have your hair in their pillow, and then your scent is still going to be there when you leave that house. So little things to kind of like make people, you know, remember you or think of you when you're not there. When they get a whiff of whatever you are wearing, they'll be like, oh my god. Yeah, I typically use this on my body if I am going on I feel like I'm telling you guys my little secret, but if I'm going on a date or like an important event or to like a gala, I go to those events for work all the time. I would just use this, and then plus I will use the perfume on top of it. It's like a deadly combination. It's like everywhere you go, everyone just cannot stop sniffing you. They're just like, oh my god, it smells so good. But yeah, those are the two perfumes and body oil that just make the biggest difference in my personal scented life this year. And I am just obsessed with those. So this is my 2019 best beauty discoveries. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I feel like this video is going to be the longest one out of all the other ones that I've made, because again, this year, like I told you, I'm a little bit more organized with the way that I went through it. Looking at the products that I'm surrounded by, it's a lot. And also over the last few years, I didn't, you know, split it into categories and had one for hair, body, skincare, makeup. Just a few products that I felt like made such a big difference. So thank you again so much for watching this video, guys. This video is going live either December 31st or January 1st. I don't know. I'm still debating which day I should have it go live. Guys, thank you so much for a wonderful 2019. I am wishing all of you a happy new year. Thank you again for sticking with me in 2019. Although at the beginning of the year I was not the most consistent. Let me know what are some of the products that you discovered in 2019 that's made the biggest difference in your skin. Like I told you guys, I am nosy and I am a skincare addict, so I always love to know what other people are using. Maybe I can add them to my stash or to my routine later. I will see you guys in 2020. On my lips I have Ashton, and on my eyes is that palette that I shown you from Pixie. This is that palette. This is the color that I was telling you guys to be, if you get this palette, be careful with this color because it looks a little bit darker. You think it's going to go on that, like a little brownish, but it's actually just like so pop, like as you can see on my crease. I always make the mistake